we get to the barbecue, I want to talk about the amazing experience we had right before we found Noble Smoke. So, we were in Charlotte to do the Carolina Panthers flag ceremony for the Veterans Day game. I always try to do everything I can for the veterans because my father is a retired Marine and my husband's grandfather was in the Marine Corps as well. So, through my work, which was Lowe's, as you can see through all the Lowe's vests in these pictures, we were able to get down there on the field. Originally, we were planned to actually do the big flag across the entire area, but it was so windy that that was impossible. We'd be flying all over the place. But they broke us up. We had one little small flag group, and we actually created the tunnel for the veterans to run out onto the field. And it was so exciting and such an amazing experience. And I wanted to show you some pictures of this because this experience led to us finding Nova Smoke because we're like, oh, let's find a barbecue place nearby. And I'm so glad we did because this is one to go down in our memory books of barbecue.
What's up, Pit Stop crew? So we are making our way around North Carolina eating some really good barbecue, and we happened to get the opportunity to go hold the American flag for Labor Day at the Carolina Panthers game.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, it was very windy that day. There was 30, 40 mile an hour gusts,
Just a
so
little windy.
we did get to go out on the field and have some fun at the Carolina Panthers game with Lowe's. Thank you, Lowe's, for inviting us. My wife's worked there now for 20 years. She just got her 20-year badge. Um, it was a lot of fun doing that, but about halftime we decided, hey, we got a hankering for some barbecue. Let's go find a place. And we kind of just looked on our phones, found a place. It's called Noble Smoke, and it's right about 2.5 miles from the stadium. We went to their actual restaurant. They do have another place in a food hall down there as well, but we went to the actual restaurant. What a cool place! It's definitely got that barbecue feel when you pull up. There's big stacks of wood all around. It's a really cool. The restaurant's in the middle. And then they have the smokehouse to the right, and to the left they have two rooms that are huge that you can rent out for like family parties or any kind of party you want. We actually went twice. We went this time, and then we brought our friends back a week later because we do date night with our friends, and we brought them back just to see what they thought of it as well. And they definitely had the same thoughts that we did, that it was a really cool place. But we went in there on Saturday, and it was a family in there watching college football, so that was kind of cool. They have TVs up in those little private rooms you can rent. And when you first walk in, on the left, they have a really cool bar, and they have the wine, tons of bottles of wine. And it's kind of an interesting concept because it's a French influence on North Carolina barbecue, or the history of barbecue, because they had more than just all around the place. They had pictures of different barbecue joints, and some of them were from North Carolina and some of them were from Texas, and I even think they had some Memphis ones in there as well. Just a really cool concept though, with kind of a French chef background.
You don't
So
think
they're
French and barbecue would work, but
right.
they made it
But
work.
you could tell that in their sides because
Yeah.
those sides were very elevated. The meat was very traditional to
Hmm.
Texas and North Carolina barbecue. They use Cheshire pork, which is kind of a French thing, which was really tender and juicy and
It was
yummy.
amazing. It was very good.
And then they have really, really top-notch desserts, and we'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and I'll let you start off, and we'll start talking about some of their some of the stuff that we
Let's
had.
talk about some meat, y'all. So I want to talk. Well, we'll start with the pork because he already mentioned it. So to me, it was so juicy, a great flavor. I have a lot of notes, so you're gonna see me. I really like this place and all the eclectic flavors they had here. So it was not very heavy on the smoke to me, but you can tell that it had a good even spice layer. But overall, I really like the pork.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with balancing the spice and the smoke. They had a really good rub was really good that was on there. Salt, pepper, some other spices. It was definitely juicy and tender when it came out. I think that's a tribute to the length of the cook, the way they cooked it, and then also the quality of the meat. Like Cheshire pork normally is pretty really juicy.
Now, normally, we get certain sides with this one, but just to let you know what we did try, I know we're jumping around a little bit. We did try the pork, the brisket, the ribs, and our second go round, we also had some sausage, turkey, and chicken.
Yeah, the
So
chicken.
we tried them all.
Yeah, we tried everything but the wings. We didn't do the
Yeah, we
wings.
didn't do the wings. I guess we'll have to go back for a third time.
Yep.
I'd be okay with that. So brisket was very deceiving. When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be so dry.
Yeah, I was really
Yeah.
like, oh man, that's not what your typical brisket looks like. Normally
Mm-mm.
you see that juice running out and you see that shine of the juice, but it looked like it was going to be a bit on the dry side.
It did.
But to my surprise, when I dug into it before I put any sauce or anything on there, it was tender, juicy, and just like you would want a brisket, it had the brisket
Yeah.
bend on it. Everything was right with the brisket. It had that good pepper crust.
It was
Yeah, it
good.
was it was it was a solid brisket. I don't think it's the best brisket we've had so far. Just like I don't think their pulled pork is the best, but I think all their stuff has heavy weight. It all together it makes this restaurant a really really solid top restaurant.
I do believe the meat was really, and I could be completely wrong, but this is just my opinion. The meat was designed to complement the sauce. So they paired well and they really shined when you started putting the sauces on it.
Yeah, and they had three different kind of sauces there.
Hmm.
They had like a mustard based. It's not your traditional yellow mustard base. It was more like a Dijon mustard, but it was a red sauce. I don't recall what it was called.
It was,
I
well,
didn't
they
write it
had a
down.
Lex sauce.
Yeah,
They had a,
The Lex was more like the Lexington barbecue sauce
hmm
that you will find in eastern or in western North Carolina. The red ketchup vinegar
hmm
based sauce.
Then
That
they
one
had
was
the
really good.
sauce 19.
Yeah, the sauce
That was the
19 was
citrusy, tangy one.
yeah, that was more
Hmm.
probably for your brisket. The Lex was more for the pulled pork, where they complimented them pretty good.
And they had a more vinegar-based one, and I'm blanking on the name of it, but I'm sure I'll show it in the photo somewhere around here.
Yeah, that I think that one was my favorite
Yeah.
sauce. It was just super good. It went great with all the meats. We put all the sauces on all the meats to try
Hmm.
them out, but that definitely that sauce was my favorite. I wish I would knew what it was called.
So the ribs. I love the ribs. I just couldn't. At first I told him it didn't need any sauce. I thought it was amazing on its own.
Yeah,
It
there.
was nice. It was tender. It didn't completely fall off. You know, you still had to work a little bit, but and what kind of rib was that? That was a spare rib?
Yeah, those were
Yeah.
they had the spare ribs, but they cut them down a little bit to make the St. Louis ribs. I was glad we went back twice because I thought the ribs were a little too done the first
Mm.
time we went because they were pretty fall off the bone, and I like the bite off the bone. And we went back the second time, and they were done perfect. They were just bite off the bone. The one I'm a big baby back fan just because I don't like the extra cartilage and stuff that comes into with the spare ribs and the St. Louis ribs. But these were good. We devoured them. The one sauce, which one was it that was good
It's
on there?
the Lex sauce that you put on
The
there.
Lex sauce, yeah,
Yep.
it was really good on the ribs. We put all of them on there. I liked them all on there, but they, like she said, they were good by themselves.
Oh yeah.
I could eat those ribs any day of the week. I think out of all the stuff there, that was the star of the show for me. Their ribs were top notch,
And
done
well,
really, really well.
yeah. I liked the first round, but I was focused on the turkey on the second round. That was the best turkey I had ever had at any barbecue joint. It was so moist, and I didn't put any sauce on it whatsoever.
Yeah, you could
I didn't want to
tell.
share it.
Yeah, you could tell they definitely started with a brine on that and let it sit in there for a while because that's
Hmm.
truly the secret to get
So
a
good.
good juicy turkey is to definitely brine it. And we've brined our turkeys now for several
I'm gonna
years, and
brine it again this year.
you can see and taste the difference. It is just night and day difference.
And before we move on to the sides, I want to call out the sausage and the chicken real quick. So sausage had I didn't
It
write
was
it
a
down.
jalapeno
Jalapeno.
sausage. It was really good.
It was delicious.
It had a good balance of, you could tell they balanced the meat and the fat in there to get that nice, I like to say, like the sheen on the outside of the sausage when it comes out.
Hmm.
It had a good pop on the casing, which you're always looking for in sausage. They cut it too for you in little slices, so that was kind of nice. And then the jalapeno back end was a little bit hot, but not bad. It was really nice sausage. I really liked it a lot. I think the one thing they could have did to step it up just a hair was put a little cheese in there, but sometimes you lose the flavor of the sausage
Yeah,
with
the
the
cheese can
cheese.
be overpowering
So
sometimes.
I can get why they did that. And the smoke really came out good in the sausage, and it was a nice red color, like a mahogany red. It was just it was just done really really well.
Now, the chicken to me probably was my least favorite. To me, it was a little on the dry side.
Yeah, and it was chopped
It
chicken,
was
so
chopped.
that can happen when you take a chicken out, chop it up. It's been sitting for a minute and all the juices run out. So, I mean, we weren't really there for the
No,
chicken,
but I want to
so
call it out. We
but
had it.
it's not bad. It had a really cool spice profile to it as well. So that I thought I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was pretty
was.
decent.
Yeah, it was in
It
red
was a little
sauce.
dry, but once you put the sauce on there,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Now they didn't have any tater salad, y'all, but they had these really good fries, like really good.
Yeah, their sides were really well
Oh.
thought out. Um, we had the white slaw because we got.
Hmm.
So one thing I want to talk about real quick is the
Okay.
traditional North Carolina barbecue trays that they have.
Okay.
They're all about history there. They have all the great photos around the building, and they label them with where they are and who's in the photo. Um, it was cool to see them have the Wayne Monk tray and it comes with the chopped pork in the red for Eastern or for Western North Carolina because he started Lexington barbecue, which in Lexington, North Carolina, and then for the East for the Pete Jones tray, which comes out of the East, and you get that from for Skylight Inn. I think
Hmm.
everybody that comes from the East knows what Skylight Inn is, and we're going to be visiting both of these joints at some point, so look out
Yeah,
for the
buddy.
review on these.
Yeah,
Super
buddy.
excited to show her Pete the Skylight Inn, um, and the Jones family is one of the founders in North Carolina. They've been around a long, long time. I think since the 30s. So the history there is huge. Um, so I just thought that was cool that they did that. Now we can get back to the sides.
Okay. Back to the side. So French fries. I took a guess, and I think they were probably cooked in beef tallow.
Yeah, so these are hand cut fries. You could tell when you do the hand cut fries, you soak them in water for a while and then you dry them out and then throw them in the beef tallow. It definitely was cooked in beef tallow because they were nice and crunchy, and even when they got a little cold, they were still crunchy and good. So they were definitely not to throw McDonald's into the mix, but that's why McDonald's fries have always been good, and it was from the beef tallow. And
Everybody
I
has their
don't know.
favorite.
I don't quite know if McDonald's still does that or not because they're just not as good as they used to be, or maybe it's just me. But yeah, fries were really good. We had the Eastern slaw, which was really good. We are
So
gonna
good.
try. We will try the Western one next time we go back.
I'm gonna try it. I mean, we talked in our previous video. I'm not a fan of red slaw, but I will try it for you guys. I'll do it and let you know either way.
I think we had the potato salad as well. While
No,
we
they
were,
didn't have potato salad.
yeah, they did.
Oh, what did we not try?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had the potato salad the first time we went, and I thought that was pretty good.
I'm
The
sorry, I got that wrong.
we had the second time we went, we had the pickled vegetables, which was really good,
Yeah,
and
it was so good.
they had pickles in there, and when I got back home, I actually made a barbecue sandwich with some of the leftover barbecue we had, and it was really really good. And I threw pickles and some of the red sauce on there. It was really awesome.
They had pickled, I want to say it was butternut squash in there. It was, I don't know how y'all did it, but it was so good with some pickled red onions. All that was really good and it was a great snack.
Yeah, I think our friends had one of the vegetable plates too, and they were really impressed with it.
Mm.
But they have a lot of different stuff. They have pan fried corn, butter beans, succotash. I think that was what they had. They had the succotash,
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
they did have the succotash.
They have the Carolina field peas. They have pan fried green beans. All the mac and cheese. All this stuff we're gonna try when we go back because their sides are really good.
So we don't normally get a lot of desserts.
No, we're
I'm
normally
usually stuffed.
yeah, we're normally stuffed. And the first time we went, we actually cleared the table.
Yeah.
There was nothing left. The second time we went, we ordered a little more, and then we were able to take something home. But my favorite dessert has always been banana pudding, and that's how I. That's kind of one of the ways I judge restaurants is off of their banana pudding.
Mm.
And I don't know that I'll ever find a better banana pudding than this place. It was off the chart ridiculous. It was more like a custard thick pudding. They threw bananas in there, some vanilla wafers. They let it set for a little bit in the refrigerator because it was nice and cold when it comes back. And I might offend a lot of people by this, but I always offended my great grandma. She made cooked banana pudding. Not a fan of it hot. Got to have it cold.
Try it
Um,
hot. Never had it hot.
but yeah, so their banana pudding and it had a Heath bar topping on it with and mixed in with some homemade whipped cream, and that's where you could really start to see like the French flair because the French are really known for their desserts. We've actually recently been to Europe and went to France and had
Mm.
some really killer desserts there. Um, it's man, just I could eat that stuff all day long until I was sick. It's amazing stuff. And then you can talk about
So I
what
did
you
get a
got.
pumpkin pie. I'm not, I like pumpkin pie only during certain seasons, which is, October, November. But I did get the pumpkin pie, but this was pumpkin pie on like steroids. It was almost a custard, like he said with the banana pudding, but it was more of a thick custard with homemade whipped cream with cinnamon and nutmeg. And they already melted the ice cream and put the pumpkin pie on top of the melted ice cream. It was so good. Now, granted, I can't eat gluten, so I took a chance on this one and just didn't eat the crust, but it was so good. I went and the next time we got there, I ate it again.
And I'm not a true Southerner because I don't really care for pumpkin pie.
I know, or pecan pie.
But
The only pie
I
he
did
likes
grow up
is
in the
apple
South,
pie.
but I do not like, for some reason, I don't like pumpkin pie.
So, I mean, honestly, this place was, it's just a cool place to visit. It feels like you're
Yeah,
in a Michelin star restaurant, but it's a barbecue place.
yeah, in their kitchen area, it has that like Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay feel. It's got that quick line in the back where everybody's, just putting plates
They had the
together.
French aprons on.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
it was really awesome. Oh, one thing we did not mention, they have some of the best sweet tea that I've ever had
Oh
in my
my
life.
goodness, the sweet tea. How did we forget?
Yeah, it's like in the middle. Like you have your extreme sweet tea and then you have your unsweet
You
tea.
have
It's
your
like
syrup and water.
perfectly
There's no
right in
milk.
the middle where you just want to drink that stuff all day. You could be outside working hard and sweating and that I would go for a glass of that sweet tea.
I want to Go back. They had such a cool cocktail list that featured smoky type enhancements to their drinks.
Yeah,
And
you had
I had the maple smoked old fashioned, and
they had a great wine list. I ended up getting one of the French
mm,
Chardonnays while I was there, and that was really good.
so good.
And they have a lot of good craft beers. One of our friends that goes with us, he's a big craft beer person, and they had one of the craft beers he hadn't had in a while, so he had that and was really excited about that. And they had the same opinion we did. The place is really great.
Yep.
We've already answered the question, would we go back?
Yeah,
Because
I already
we
answered
already
it.
took our friends there, and anytime we're in Charlotte, hankering for some barbecue, this will definitely be a place that we stop. We're going to stop at other places as well,
Yep.
but um, every now and then when we're down there, because we go down there quite a bit. We go see a lot of
Expecting to see
basketball games,
fights,
football games,
football games. There's
shows.
so much to do in Charlotte, but
Yeah,
it's a great little spot. It's easy to get to, and everybody's super nice and friendly. Lots of seating, so even if they're packed out, I think you can still find a seat.
yeah. There was definitely plenty of seating in there. They have some bench style tables, which is like the old school where you just sit down, and then they had some tables as well. But it's a huge place, and can't say enough nice about the wait staff. Everybody
Yeah,
in
they
there
were
was helping
amazing.
each other. They were, you know, normally you just get a waiter at your table, but everybody was running to every table, and if they passed by and saw you need something, they got it. It was just a really nice place. So definitely check it out. Noble Smoke, awesome place. And make sure you like and subscribe so we can keep doing this. We have a
Absolutely.
blast doing it. We're starting to incorporate and bring some friends into it as well. Maybe we'll make some videos with friends and let them have some reviews in this as well.
Give
And
their opinions.
like we said, we are gonna start interviewing and some of the chefs at some point, and we are gonna start definitely incorporating the history
Oh yeah.
of North Carolina into this stuff as well. So you'll probably hear a little bit about their history in the voiceover she does later on.
Sure will.
But thanks for the support, and we're going to keep doing this, and we want to bring North Carolina barbecue and the history of North Carolina barbecue to everybody, and let them know how great it
We
is.
need some love. So we appreciate all you guys, but make sure you tell your friends and hit that like and subscribe. And we'll see y'all later.
All right, thank you.